Even the simplest things can be challenging. I'm Cameron Lockwood with Chowhound, and I'm gonna show you how to make a dirty martini so you're not doing it wrong. The dirty martini is probably one of the most commonly ordered martinis out there. It can be made with gin or vodka. Today, we're gonna make it with gin because that is the traditional way. Nothing wrong with vodka, just not gonna be today. We're gonna be focusing on two different variations, one shaken and one stirred. And that's really preferential. I usually always ask, do you want gin or do you want vodka? How dirty would you like it? Would you like it slightly dirty? Would you like it pretty standard, regular dirty? Would you like it filthy dirty? These are very important questions to ask. And I always ask if they want it shaken or if they want it stirred. And then garnish. Would you like olives? If you have variations of olives, sometimes places have blue cheese olives, sometimes they have wasabi olives, sometimes they have, there's a wide variety of places, and that's kind of how they put their flair on it. You can also do it with lemon, a twist of lemon, or even a lemon swath. Probably not as common, but just something to know going forward. What makes it dirty? It is the brine that is in the canned olives is what makes it dirty. So typically people like, depending on how salty they want it, it's that salty, briny olive juice makes it dirty. Typically, if somebody orders a slightly dirty martini, I start in 1/4 ounce increments. So I'll usually just do a 1/4 ounce, and then I'll work my way up from there. Somebody wants absolutely filthy dirty, which they will ask for it that way. Typically I go, an ounce and sometimes even an ounce and a half. It can get pretty outlandish there. But people usually are very good about letting you know just how dirty they want it. But usually a safe bet, anywhere from a 1/4 to a 1/2 ounce. Anything over a 1/2 ounce is starting to get into the kind of filthy territory. I always do my martinis in an up glass. The first thing I like to do is I like to start chilling my glass down. What I oftentimes will do is I'll just take a little bit of ice and I'll start swirling it in my glass. Some people like to fill it up with ice, with club soda, let it sit. Some people will actually put these glasses and keep them in the freezer, but chilling the glass down is definitely gonna help because the colder the martini is, the more enjoyable it's going to be. Once we have our glass chilled, we are going to grab a shaker tin and our jigger. We're gonna start with our gin, 2 ounces, and then we're gonna add our olive brine. And for this one, we'll kind of go more standard and on the slightly side. We'll go with a 1/2 ounce. The important thing is we don't want the glass to warm up. So if you're a little slower, wait till the end to do the glass, but you definitely don't want anything to dilute in the shaker tin. So you want to definitely get it rocking and rolling. And we're going to add our ice. Fill our shaker tin up about 3/4 of the way. Take our top. So we're gonna give it a nice little shake. I tend to not go probably over 10 or 12 seconds with the shake. We're gonna feel the outside of the glass start to froth. You're gonna feel the ice kind of breaking up. Now we're gonna open the tin up. And this is one of the most important things for this shaken martini is I don't use more than just a single strainer. I like the ice chips to kind of fall into the glass. It kind of keeps this weird texture that's like the feeling of it being cold, and it's just a little easier to drink. Really complements the drink nicely. We're just gonna shake this into the glass. I'm gonna garnish it with 3 olives today. I think typically standard is somewhere in the 2 to 3, but people will always ask for more if they want more. And there you have it. We have a dirty, shaken martini. Now I'm gonna show you the stirred variation of this cocktail. Once again, you're gonna wanna make sure you have a nice chilled glass. And today we're gonna use a Yari, but you can also use a pint glass like this one here. It'll really work the same way. You just need a vessel to stir. You don't always have to have all the fancy stuff, okay? Same concept, we're gonna go our 2 ounces of gin. We're gonna go our 1/2 ounce olive juice. We're gonna fill it with ice. Now, the reason why some people might want this cocktail stirred versus shaken is really just a textural thing. A lot of times with the shaken cocktail, you get the ice chips in there. Some people don't want it. I think this just makes for a little bit, still a very cold version, but maybe a little bit of a cleaner version. Relatively, taste-wise, it's gonna be the same. There's so many different ways to ask somebody how they might want it. And even though it's only really 2 main ingredients, it's really easy to make it for somebody and throw them off because they might have expected it a different way. So definitely with the martinis, always ask your questions. It's about the same amount of time, 10 to 15 seconds. Same thing. I'm going to go ahead and pour this into my glass. No ice chips. And then I'm going to grab my olives And there you have it. Whether shaken or stirred, slightly dirty or filthy, the Dirty Martini.